Sunlight hurts my eyes. Put on those shades and wait till yesterday.
Yo, what is up guys? Ashley here from Twin Arts, bringing you another tutorial on how to do smudge tool this time. And as you see in this photo, you can see a nice outline that's kind of smudged in. And this is basically a video on how to make something like this. So what you need to do is I'm gonna delete these. I'll make a new. I'd make it whatever size you want. I'm gonna have 1 to 80 by 720. Just click OK, and have it whatever color background you want. I'll have a nice grey. And for this, you would want to see what you are going to smudge. I'll use this guy that you've just seen, and it is a commando, if that's how you say it, and I've lost him. Somehow he's disappeared. Wasn't a part of the script. Oh, there he is. Right, here we go. Let's basically drag and drop him in there. Oh god, this is annoying. Right, here we go. Now let's try this. Way, there he is. Right, let me just delete this. Right, now I can begin the smudging. Right, so once you've got your character in, all you'd have to do is come over to this smudge tool on the bar at the left. For most people who have just started Photoshop, it will come up with blur tool. It's under paint bucket and just above dodge tool. Just right click on that and then scroll down to smudge tool. Then come over to the brush presets, and this will come with Photoshop, and it'll say chalk. And it's, oh, hold up, it's charcoal large smear. That's what we'll need. And just come over here to the brush presets. If you hover over it, it should say brushes. It's like a little brush palette sort of thing. And go to shape dynamics. The size jitter, you would want it to about 24%. Scattering, you would want about 63%. And make sure smoothing is ticked. Now all you'd have to do is click on layer 1, which is your character, click Ctrl J and hit this about 3 times. Now I'm going to raise my brush a bit to about 40 and raise my strength up to about 45, 46. Then go to your layer 1, which is the first character that you have just duplicated, and hide the other 2 layers above it. Now go back over to your smudge tool and start making an outline with the smudge. Don't worry if it goes onto the character at all, as you won't be able to see this at the final product, and this guy looks really weird because he looks like he has no hair at the moment. So that is pretty funny. And if you're wondering why I am sounding like a bit of an idiot, it is because I have a cold. And as you may know, once you have a blocked nose, it sounds like you're holding a peg on your nose and you sound like an absolute idiot. And that is what I sound like at the moment. Right, and once you've done that, just unhide the 1 layer above it, go up to brushes, and reduce the size to about 30 or 25, then reduce the strength to about 30. Then begin going around the character once again, making sure that you don't just go completely wild, because this is one of the 2 layers that could show up on the final product after you blur it in, because we will have to blur the final image, and that is what we will be doing after this one. And just for a little introduction, whilst I'm doing this, I have joined a good team called Bold, and I will be doing graphic design for them as a little, say, partnership. I'm kind of in their team now, and yeah, and also C-Dub. Everyone knows C-Dub. He's like one of the best FaZe members because he's just so cool and chilled. And yeah, I created a background for him. I don't know if you guys know, but he said in a personal message to me that he will be using it quite soon, but he has a few lined up before mine. And yeah, so once you've done that, go into brushes, change the size down to about 13, and change the strength down to about 18, and then go around the final image. Make sure don't go too wild on this, because this will definitely show, and this is your final layer. But this is basically just to blur it in with all of the other things. This is not working because my computer is freezing at the moment. Hold on, let me just sort this out. Right, this isn't working for some reason. Let me just see if this... no? This is annoying me. I have a really short temper, and this is really annoying me now. Nope, and that isn't working either. Oh god, now it's working. Crap. I wasn't meant to do that. Whoops. Sorry guys, having a bit of a problem here. Let me just try do it now. There we go, yeah. Right, so now it's working. Good. But yeah, this is basically the final layer just to blend it in, and the reason this tutorial is taking a while is because my computer is really slow. I don't know why, but it's brand new and it's still slow. The CPU usage is always on 100% for some bizarre reason, and if any of you guys know why that is, then please tell me, because this is so annoying, especially when I'm making a background and it starts freezing on me and starts lagging and loading like it has just done then. It is really frustrating, and I have almost broken it already by punching it because it is so annoying. But yeah, guys, basically this is it. This is the final product. And say if you want in the middle, if you don't like something, you could just blur it in. Say this guy's belt, and say if that was too sharp for me, I could just blur that in. And this computer is being slow again. But you can just blur around everything if you do not like something. And that is basically it for today's tutorial. And there we go, it's finally working. Yeah, say if you thought that this red was too sharp, you could go over it and it would make it quite nice and blurry. But it's quite contrast and it makes this character look really good, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, on his belt there, if you didn't like that. And that is basically today's tutorial. And I will bring many of these. And I'll see you soon. Peace.